Have I stepped into a parallel fucking universe or something? That's cool. I don't want that.
What is up, window lickers? Any chaos goblins out there? Any fans of Bryce? We don't have a nickname for you yet, so your fans are
the B Yorkers.
The B Yorkers.
Shout out to the Yorkers.
Welcome to being on your first show with Kevin.
There we go. I like it. Until it could be a placeholder until you find your road, Bryce. But hey, I'm throwing things out of whack. Let me introduce you to the guests that we have out here. You always have co-host extraordinaire at IYH. He is Kevin Kalloway. Kevin, how you doing?
We just adjust.
Great to see your face again. What'd you say? You're talking to us.
Because I'm official here. I definitely don't wear tank tops every single time. It's not a thing.
Dude, that's white guy business attire.
You're not wrong. But I'm going through every single day. I'll have a shout out at the end for something, and that'll kind of explain a little bit more why I was gone last week.
Yeah. Well, we let them know that things happen, and when you're ready, you'll talk about it.
I will.
But besides that, Kevin, guess what? So I went out and I was like, you know what? My homie Kevin's down. I understand why. Maybe he's not ready for this show. So House is like, hey, there's this guy that we brought on. And I was like, yeah, I clicked with them a little bit. We started a little click. But, I said, you know what? Let me give Bryce a little shout out and see if we can bring him in on a Tuesday to discuss Monday Night Raw. So fans, here he is, our behind the scenes content creator, the guy who does all the fun memes you see and all the things behind the scenes. He is Bryce York. How goes it, my friend? Bryce, how you doing?
Man, what an intro. I'm just a part of a team. I'm not, I'm just part of the face of, social media for the house. Plenty of people contributing every week. You guys contributing in the, doing the real heavy lifting.
It is heavy.
But I'm glad to, be a window licker this week and talk about Monday Night Raw.
That's the energy we like. When anybody accepts the window licking moniker, it's like, it's a good day for me, because most people are like, man, I'm not going to accept that, bud.
What does that mean?
Yeah. I get a lot of that. And then when I tell them, it was a nickname my grandfather gave me just to poke. Nobody
knows.
Honestly, my stock response for everyone who ever asked that question is going to be it's provocative.
It's provocative. Yeah.
Nobody knows. It's provocative.
They want to find out.
Yes, it's the prince. It's the prince of podcasting. So we enjoy it. We like it. It's a fun time. But we are here to talk some fun things. But before we get into that, guys, we are done with Fallout. Fallout's done. It's come to an ending for this season. They're coming into a new season. Video games are coming out. They're saying Fallout 5 is going to be around the corner at some point in time. We're here for that, definitely. But on top of that, just before we get into Raw real quick, it kind of seems like it's put GTA 6 even further back.
I love it here. Keep pushing it back. Fuck that game at this point. I'm so anti GTA 6. It's ridiculous now.
This is getting ridiculous.
I don't even care anymore.
People are still going to buy those shark cards for GTA 5.
Yeah. Why do they need a new game? They've already got the ultimate hustle.
that is where me and a buddy at work were at with it. It was like, why would you even do this? I guess it's almost like one of those weird ass promo things that they would do back in the day, in which they would come up with an idea that they would never have any intention of actually doing, just to create buzz around something. I don't know, but I don't think this goddamn game is getting ever fucking done.
I think it's just going to keep getting dangled so that people keep buying shit on GTA Online.
I mean, that's a power move. It's a power move, and
honestly, they might be pushing it back. This is pure speculation, but something else that coincided getting pushed back was the new launch of the console generations. So they might be trying to release it at the same time as those. And then they're just like, you know what? They got pushed back. We're just going to book back GTA. People are going to buy it anyway. Who cares?
Copies will get pushed. Literally nobody's going to care.
No.
It's still going to be one of the most massively sold games. I'm going to yell from the rooftops about how overrated I'm sure it is at this point, with all the hype that's coming with it.
Dude, it's got to be
impossible to live up to expectations now.
It is.
That's the problem.
Really,
I think the worst part is, like, 95% of the people that will play the game will not care about the story.
No.
They just want to get on and start playing online again.
Banging hookers and shooting people.
They just want to get online again, so they can just stay on GTA 5.
I just need my updated online, brother.
Yeah,
that's all we need. That's all we need.
Give me the next Madden. I need my next Madden.
Yeah, I fell privy to it. I'm there. I'm setting. I've been playing 2026 since they got it on Game Pass. I was like, I might as well sit down and play
Game Pass is different to me, because Game Pass, if you get it for free, you're good.
Yeah, that's a little different. I'm guilty of the 2K trap. I'm guilty of I hate this game, but I guess I'm gonna buy it when it comes.
You gotta buy it.
I have a hard rule with sports games that I buy every 2 years, because at that point the rosters have changed enough.
Wish I could convince myself.
The only one that I don't do that with is WWE. I do get that pretty much every year.
Well, that's heroin, and
we might be the worst one.
I would also argue they at least in the last few years have changed enough each time that I'm getting something different.
True.
I'm getting something different, something added that's like way larger. Whereas like we haven't gotten like a large addition to NBA 2K since like 24, when they started adding really big dynasty modes and different eras and things like that.
Right.
So, it's differing for each game, because like FIFA's terrible about it. They don't add shit. They're just like, buy our soccer heroin, like buy our crack, dog.
They will buy it.
I buy that every 2 years.
Yeah.
Ultimate Team. That's all they want. They just
just Ultimate Team it. And I do love Ultimate Team, but I refuse to. I'll just take a year off.
And it's getting to a point that, hopefully this next round of generation, these console gens, will be something more engulfed with each other. Because if we love cross-platform play, the more people you can have in a server, the better, because it's just fun. Yeah. It's just a lot of fun. And we will have a story about the WWE 2K. They're on 2026, right? Yeah. So there's been some talks about the massive amounts of money some people will be paying for a lot of the stuff, and it's insane. So I'm going to do a little more research on that, but I do have that story started up. So in the next couple of weeks, Kevin, we're going to tackle that.
Well, we can tackle that.
Let's tackle some Monday Night Raw right now, Kev. I think we need to get into it. So here it is. It's Monday Night Raw talk. We're going to break it down. We're going to talk about it. We're going to get into it. And since he's been gone from me, it feels like an eternity. Kevin, you have the floor, because I need to hear your voice. I need to hear your wisdom. So it's cracked to me, Kevin.
So after Monday Night Raw, my largest burning question, and I put this in chats, I talked to a couple people about this: is the Vision the most snake-bitten faction that's ever existed in the WWE? Because every single time they start doing something, one of their members gets injured. And it's not even like the lower tier members. It's the top member each time. It's gone in succession. First, it was Rollins, who was the leader. Then it was Braun, who was the de facto leader. Now, you could argue that Bronson Reed might not have been the de facto leader, but he was the last OG.
True.
So who do you have left? You have Logan Paul, you have Paul Heyman, you have Austin Theory, and you have a bucket of prayers.
Yeah.
So I'll phrase it in two parts, I suppose.
Okay.
I'll ask the class. One, what are some of the most snake bitten factions you've seen in WWE other than this? So let's go back a little bit history. And if it's larger than the Vision. But second, and this might be more importantly, where the hell does the Vision go from here? There are 3 people in the Vision. Do we add members? Do we do something at Mania with the remaining ones? What are we doing?
Yeah, man, that's a loaded question. Bryce, you got some ideas over there. I see you pulling.
I mean, I guess like as far as factions I can think of even recently that have just gone through injury trouble. I mean, Judgment Day, like they're the only group that I can think of that's like, okay, they're kind of constantly always somebody's kind of hurt, but it's never the top person on either side of the genders of for that faction. It's okay. It was Raquel when she wasn't, up there. I guess Liv was hurt for a while.
Even then, I would say Roxanne had come in at just the same time, and they kept the women's momentum
and just went. Yeah, they just kind of kept on track. So they kind of never lost a step. JD was the only one really kind of, he got hurt. Dom got hurt, but he kind of got to keep the titles. They kind of got to keep momentum going and things like that until things needed to go. So they're the only group I can think of getting hurt. But like you said, the Vision, they're just toppling down legitimately from the top. And then with what's left, it just depends on what is the story of the group that's left. Because is Rollins the guy in the hood? Is Austin Theory his mole? Because that's like the speculation and things like that. So like, if that's what it is, do we just kind of hurry up? They kind of punk Logan Paul and then we get on with it? Or like you said, what is next for this group?
Yeah. Well, that's the question. What is next? Because you did bring up Judgment Day, but like Kevin said, there was somebody there to step up and keep the Judgment Day afloat. Honestly, we haven't had enough time for Logan to get a story in there to kind of enhance the Vision. We haven't had enough time for any of them, really. The ones that we had time to run with stories are now injured, and they're not. And Bronson was my pick. I honestly think they were going to go with Bronson winning this. I mean, what sense does it make to have Jey Uso win it? Like at this moment in his career, to me, like you could have done something different, and it could have been something either on the Monday night following with his brother or something. I don't know, but like to me, they seem very like you better bubble wrap these guys and ship them in those boxes
like flies.
Yeah, and you're right. And Kevin, the only I can't think of a faction that has been this injury riddled. I can think of a family, the Hearts, but I don't see any.
Von Erichs, I think, was more snake bit technically.
Okay,
but that's completely outside of a wrestling ring.
Yes, exactly. So, I mean, in some sense, like, what the hell is wrong with what is the problem that the Vision has in which they get all these bad luck streaks? Because we don't even have, like, they haven't even talked about Seth Rollins since he's been gone.
I think Paul Heyman is the only one who's talked about Rollins because of the masked man and him yelling that it's Seth Rollins, just call Seth Rollins. But that's the only mention that it's really been. But at this point, like, weird. The fuck are we going to do with the masked man? Because, like, are we just going to have a tag match with Logan and Theory against Seth and somebody? That seems like the easiest way to go about it.
Yeah. I mean,
like, especially if you happen to be bringing Seth back early just to make Mania. And if you're doing that, like his shoulder probably will be recovered to an extent, but still fragile. I would say tag match has got to be Mania for them, because I don't see them pushing. The only person who can have a singles is Logan out of them. I don't think Theory's there yet.
No.
I hate all of this for Austin Theory, by the way, because Austin Theory is the one who stands to lose the most with all of this happening.
Oh, yeah.
And I will die on that hill, because Bronson Reed comes back. He is still a monster and he will still be impactful. Braun Breaker comes back. He's still a monster and he's still impactful. Seth Rollins comes back. He's a main event guy already. He's bulletproof. Logan Paul is already over before he got in this faction.
Yeah.
The only person who stands to lose a bunch of shit is Austin Theory.
Yeah.
And that sucks, because he was doing some of the more inspired heel work of his career without doing too much.
Yeah. No, he was in the perfect position for where he was at with WWE as of today. And for this to sideline his momentum, that really does suck. Because honestly, you can even make a case, in my opinion, you can make a case that since Logan Paul has joined the Vision, it's kind of slowed Logan's solo momentum.
It has.
It's put him in the backlight.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's not at the forefront.
No.
Could he be of the Vision? I don't know. I really don't know.
He was about to be positioned in the forefront instead of Bronson Reed. I do. Based on him getting the mic time, based on him doing the things, I think he was being positioned to be the forward head of the group once Braun Breaker was gone.
Mm-hmm.
But with Bronson Reed out now, it's not much of a group. It's a goddamn tag team. It's a glorified tag team.
Yeah.
So it's difficult to go about that unless now you're going to make Austin Theory an absolute lackey to Logan Paul, in which case I feel that you're hurting Austin Theory just to keep Logan Paul stronger. And I think that's not beneficial, because Logan Paul was already there.
Yeah. Do you guys, either one of you, have I'm going to pitch something to you, and just let me know if you think they could run with this. What if they run a storyline, because they still have Heyman fucking around with Brock? Okay. What if they run a storyline in which Brock he is known as who's ever left in the Vision, their hired gun.
Mm-hmm.
So he does whatever story they need to push. He's with them. He helps push it in whatever way. But when it's ready for him to break off and do his Mania thing, he turns against them. Or he's like, you guys only paid me up till this point. But then you destroy anything left of the Vision.
I think you also,
I'm trying to figure out a way to go.
The Vision that way either, because you're sacrificing.
Yeah.
I think at that point you're definitely sacrificing Austin Theory. And I think that you're inadvertently potentially turning Logan Paul face, which I don't think will be well received. Yeah. Not at this juncture, at least.
No, I agree with you on that one. He's got to stay heel. No, you make sense on that.
I wish that were a case, because I think that would be effective. I think it'd be effective for Brock.
Out of that like partnership, I feel like it would work the other way. I mean, with Brock's Open Challenge Mania, you've got, Heyman's obviously the link between Brock and whatever the remnants are of the Vision.
Yeah.
Okay, Brock ends up fighting Obafemi, somebody who, we'd be like, okay, you can't kind of let them lose or whatever. But then how does Brock win for sure? Even though it's like a crazy match, okay, the Vision comes out on some shenanigans or something like that. And then Brock's got his streak or something like that, his Open Challenge streak or something. I don't know what he's going to start. Is this going to be his tradition at Mania, or is he getting toppled this one time? So maybe he just guarantees.
I just don't know, because from all intents and purposes, it keeps sounding like I keep hearing the repeated rumor that Lesnar's last SummerSlam is going to be this one in Minneapolis. Now, I don't know that means that'll be his last match, but if it's going to be his last SummerSlam, I don't think this becomes a reoccurring thing.
Yeah, no. does this turn into, is his opponent at Mania actually Gunther? Like, like, is this actually his tour and nobody's actually saying something?
I tell you what, that the goddamn symphony hits for the open challenge, that is Lesnar's death knell. I promise you, whenever he faces Gunther, it will be retired.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we talked about that at length. That's what we all want. I think it would be the best match for Brock going out, and I think it would be a great build for Gunther.
And it makes Gunther the final boss, and then he gets the Mania powers.
Yeah.
In this lore, I suppose, of how they're building.
Yeah.
I am the Taker match because I beat Taker. All right, bitch. Well, I beat you and retired you, so now I'm the Taker.
Give me your powers.
It's like Mega Man in this bitch.
Yeah.
You just beat the boss, and all of a sudden you got his power.
Kevin, please write the rest of my life because I want to live in the story that you create. That's awesome. Here we go. Tony Gonzalez is coming in and saying Bad Bunny. Well, I think the mask guy was too muscular to be Bad Bunny.
I don't actually hate that if we do a tag match.
That's the
Logan
only
Paul
way
and
it works,
Austin Theory, Seth Rollins, Bad Bunny. I don't actually hate that. I think that would work.
It'll work for whatever they need to do. I mean, right now nobody knows.
Right now we're just figuring shit out.
Going on with the vision.
For what's left, it would work, I guess. But like, I feel like I like Austin Theory and all, but like he'd be like the meme where it's like the 4 soldiers and the 1 clown or something like that. Like I feel like he would look like that in that lineup.
I think no matter what, he's going to end up looking like that now, though, just because of everything that's happened.
Sucks.
It sucks, and I hate it. I love Austin Theory's work. I truly do, and I think he was starting to get a fucking personality. Finally.
Yeah, he was. No, he really was. I agree with you.
And he was finally starting to break through, and now all this shit happens. Boy, his WWE runs have been snake bit.
Well,
and you know what? It wasn't the Vision that was snake bit. It was Austin Theory all along.
It's him. We'll let him know about that too. We'll hit him up on the socials. But like always, Kevin, we're gonna have to put a pin in that one and just continue the conversation. I think that sparked a good discussion for us to go down different avenues. All right, Bryce, you're the guest. Why don't we talk about what you want to talk about, my friend? So let us know.
I guess, well, one thing I want to talk about now that I'm thinking about it, just because we were talking about Jey Uso, I am sick and tired of his presentation next to his brother.
Oh, okay.
I don't mind the yeeting. I don't even mind the running it back. I know it's a hated thing amongst the house, but like I am sick and tired of Jay and his brother coming out together, and it's just me, Oos. I just don't understand it.
The music, yeah.
I just don't understand it. To me, and then like now we said Bronson Reed. We all kind of agreed. We think he probably was going to win that triple threat, and this was the audible to give Jay the win. But like, once again, it's just another thing where like, I get your main event Jey Uso, but like, can we stop making your brother look worse than you? I don't know.
It looks like Jimmy is second fiddle.
Yes, every single time they do anything, and I don't like it. Like Jimmy should have gotten a mid-card title run or something like that when he was just split up in Big Jim and things like that.
You could have just held it for 2 months, even that would have legitimized him. I've been watching. I've been watching all of 2002's pay-per-views. I'm on a 2003's, and every single pay-per-view, I see different title changes. We got like 2-month reign as IC champ, cool. 3-month reign as US champ, cool. Like, we can bring those back, boys. Like we don't have to always have these title reigns that are long.
And that's when everybody was watching it.
Make it quick
because you wanted to watch it.
Yes.
I have other revelations that I'll save after watching all these, but like it would take us too off topic. But we need shorter title reigns back.
Yeah,
we really do.
And Bryce, didn't you say that on the Sunday house party you were at? You were a part of that. The shorter title runs can work way better than these longer ones.
Sometimes like Gunther, I love him to death, I guess, but they made me hate him in a way. Like sometimes when somebody just gets the belt and they hold it forever, and it doesn't seem like, we look at every match, and like every match in a Cody reign, we're like, oh, that's a cool opponent, but like we know what it's gonna be in the end. It's gonna be a couple Cody cutters, or it's gonna be Crossroads, and then we're out of here. So like there's never any surprise, but when you kind of get these quick reigns every once in a while, things just feel a little more surprising. I feel like I can just you watch UFC, you watch any other sport, like teams can be dominant, but like people lose any given night. So sometimes that's where I just hate the predictability. Obviously, we have stories we're trying to tell, and maybe we're building to a certain thing at WrestleMania, but like you can still get there, even though you might lose the title along the way or something. There's ways to get it back. We've always, in the past, you had rematch clauses that people would enact, the next
they
night.
just win it right back. Like it's not that difficult.
So like, back in the day, in my head, it'd be like, hey, Finn Balor could win this coming weekend, and then what would they do on Monday? CM Punk would just challenge back, and he'd just get it back somehow. Like I don't know, like it can be a little bit more unpredictable. It gives a lot more people prestige. Like
that's what I like about it.
I think the biggest thing it gives is, I think you mentioned it, is the unpredictability. Because if you have long title reigns and that is the standard, then you start losing any thought that anyone could win unless they have a story.
Yeah.
And I think that's a problem, because if you do it that way, then you're telegraphing every single title change. And I think where they haven't done that is the tag divisions. Tag divisions that could lose it to somebody and it's just like out of nowhere. But the problem is that division actually has no stories.
Yes.
So we need somewhere in between where there are stories overarching for things, but we have an unpredictability factor where, yes, any given night. I remember back in, I think it was 2001, maybe the tail end of 2000, the Dudleys had the tag titles. And on a random Raw, Taker and Rock got put together even though they hated each other. And they beat the Dudleys for the tag titles. And it's like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
And then what happened like 2 weeks later? Dudley's 3D'd Rock's ass, pinned him. 1, 2, 3. That helped The Rock and Undertaker further their story, but it also gave credibility to the Dudleys because they pinned a main eventer as a tag team.
Yeah.
These are things we can do. And I feel that they don't intermingle their divisions enough in the end. And it makes people feel second rate. And when you make people feel second rate, they can't win things. And then when they do win things, yes, the shock factor is there. And you have the initial pop of, oh my God, it actually happened. And then you don't believe them as champion.
Yeah. Yeah. That's like pulling your own ripcord when you don't need to.
Yeah.
I liked what you were saying, Bryce, because when you said the where it gives prestige to others, that's what I loved about it, because there's so many of my favorite wrestlers are from like WCW because of the rapid title changes, because they gave them a chance one night. A lot of my, early WWF fandom starts from that. I mean, like X-Pac was cool in DX, but what about that reign that he had as 1, 2, 3 Kid? What about that reign he had when he was the sole left survivor of DX in a way, and he was out there battling, and then all of a sudden you're seeing him at WCW and like he's showing up as somebody else, and I miss that type of shock value when it comes to wrestling. Wrestling was a way to, you be watching one night and then all of a sudden, boom, someone hits a big move that, like the Jeff Hardy Undertaker ladder match on a Monday Night Raw. Tell me that wasn't an epic match.
Yeah.
And they told such a beautiful story that elevated Jeff Hardy and the solo run that they were giving him. Like it made you believe that Jeff Hardy, if you do not kill him in the ring, he is not going to stop. And Undertaker, you believe that, like, he had to give the kid credit at the end, and it was well deserved and it looked real. Like, we are missing that in a lot
And that was at a random Monday night. We
Yeah.
don't need 30 minutes out of pay-per-view to do it.
No.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you.
And-
yeah, exactly.
And like, just to add to like the whole prestige thing, it's just like you get a guy who gets constant title shots, and maybe it's a guy you really like, but you see him have 20 title shots in a year and he literally loses every single one. And maybe they're all dirty because they want to protect him, but like at the end of the day, like you know what I mean? Like he's still lost. He still didn't get that title. So every time he goes for that next title shot, there's like a bigger part of your brain where it's like, why am I even wasting my time as a fan watching my guy go out here and lose? Like, I'm excited for the Elimination Chamber because my guy Finn Balor's about to go out there and hopefully win this title. But at the same time, why should I expect it at all? Like, there's a reason he's got the nickname Finn Balor at this point. Like,
and I think Sami Zayn is in a similar scenario right now, where he keeps getting opportunities to be in the spotlight and keeps losing it. And I know there's a story they're trying to tell with it. I can tell how they're getting at it and driving at it. But unless it happens soon, like
by the time we get
he's gonna. By the time we're getting there, people are losing too much faith.
It's like it was special 6 months ago. Could have given it to us for a month, and we would have been cool.
He could have beat Cody. And then, like, Drew screwed Sammy over, and then a tiny feud, and then Drew could have taken the title. Then you could have had Sammy get it back, and that would have been special, too. Look, I told the story.
Saudi, get it over with, get him out of here, and then lose it the next night. I don't know.
And fans, it's not like we're sitting and trying to be the Monday night quarterback. We're not trying to figure it out, saying they did everything wrong. But there are a lot of different things that they could have gone through. I mean, I go back in my brain, and I remember one of my fondest memories of wrestling is when Benoit won the title, and me and my cousins, the reaction we had inside our house, just screaming at each other, hitting, like it was unbelievable that one of our favorite wrestlers who was not big just got the big one. He just got it on the stage that McMahon loves. I love a big guy. Get him in there. Give him a title. So I love where we're at with it. I really kind of hope we get more of a hot potato with these titles. I mean, whatever title you want to do, you're going to draw some type of attention to by doing that hot potatoing, because it just creates so much cool shit. I mean, fuck, Dean Malenko wouldn't be as cool as Dean Malenko was if he wouldn't have won the title every once in a while. And it wasn't a world title. It was the United States title. It was the
heavyweight title.
Yeah, like
European.
Yes, I mean
that's what confuses me a lot. Is like, I guess I understand. Hey, you don't want to give such and such the big one. That's fine. But like, is that not the point of your mid card titles, to give people these chances? Like, I guess like in
tag titles would too.
And for me, like the intermixing of what felt like divisions, and then what really propelled a guy like Rock Hurricane, that was in the middle of a whole nother feud, but like it made Hurricane huge to the regular people because they got to see him interact with The Rock week to week. Like, all you have to do is just, give people these chances, these time to shine. Like, what if Otis had a random title shot against CM Punk or something like that, and they got to interact for, a month? Like, I'm sure they would have hilarious interactions, all while, Roman is off to the side scoffing at things going on or something. Like, just have things going on just to make them all interact in the background.
Yeah, because that was the build to WrestleMania 19 when Hurricane was with Rock for a little bit. I remember because Stone Cold screwed Rock out of one of those matches, and that made Hurricane, because Hurricane got a flash pin on Rock. He beat The Rock because of something else going on. This is not something that you can't do. You could have Roman Reigns come out on a random Raw where Punk is facing somebody. Punk faces them in a non-title match. They beat Punk in the non-title match. Now there's a title match next week. Oh, shit. Are we actually going to have our Mania main event? Then they get to go, 10, 15. I don't want to have a 25-minute classic with who you're trying to build, because you're trying to build them up. If you make it a 25-minute classic, then why the fuck do I want to see Punk get beat down by Roman Reigns? Because we're killing that match. But you could have a hot 10, 12-minute match for a main event.
Very true. Very true.
With Punk putting the title on the line. couple of things here or there for the other person, but Punk ultimately is the dominant person. And you got something because you've moved up a guy with the wins, but you've also given Punk and Roman something to chew on going forward.
Yeah.
There's ways
Dude,
to do this.
I love the way they used to build up The Rock and Austin and their storylines, even when they were throwing Triple H and Mick Foley together. Those were ways to tell stories. And then there were so many different little smaller stories that stemmed off. We were entertained. It was the golden era of wrestling. It's when we were able to just enjoy. I mean, I still love the Stone Cold Booker T supermarket match.
Oh, one of the best.
That shit was so fantastic.
That was so good.
I think Stone Cold just in general probably has the most legendary, just like out of the ring like scenes, like, you know, he attacked McMahon in the hospital. Like, let me just fight you anywhere. Let me throw the title, him and The Rock fighting for the title off the bridge and stuff like that.
Yeah, the Smoking Skull title.
Singing Steve Austin with tiny hat, cowboy hat, Kurt Angle.
I fucking love it, dude. Yeah, dude, those are the fans. If you're a younger one and you don't know who we're talking about, you need to go back in time and watch some Stone Cold Steve Austin. You'll be flipping your parents off early the next morning.
I've been watching through it in 2002 and it's been great. He left halfway through and it was still amazing.
Yeah, it still hit that. Yeah, I do the same thing you're doing right now. There's not, unless it's like it's happening right now, PLE, I'm probably watching something from back in the 2000s. All right, Bryce, was there anything else you wanted to hit for Monday Night Raw since you're a special guest?
I
guess just I know because we kind of got I fed into the chaos. I know this, you guys are the chaos.
Hey, what we do here.
That's gimmick infringement.
I fed into it. That's on me. I got completely off. I guess the only thing I had a problem with Monday Night Raw, I guess, is just that we're going to Elimination Chamber, and I felt like CM Punk just kind of came out and gave me a whole lot of nothing, and I wanted some more Finn Balor. I needed some more something before we got, you know, to the weekend. Are we going to tease the potential demon? Are we going to, what do we got going on? I just want more because as a Finn Balor guy, if we're not going to win, give me a little bit more, obviously, heading into the match. So that was my gripe for Monday Night Raw.
And I think a big thing too, and I know they're trying to sell the WrestleMania main event. It's probably because of other things happening, which I won't get into because it's a whole other discussion. They did more to sell Roman Reigns and Punk than they did Balor and Punk.
Yeah.
Even in Punk's promo on Raw.
Yeah. It felt like we just brushed past the weekend.
And he was trying to say, like, hey, I'm not trying to brush past Balor, but it's almost like in the back he got a directive. Hey, you got to sell you and Roman, brother. Hey, we got to sell you and Roman, brother.
And I was kind of like, sorry to interrupt, but at that point in time, like, I'm just kind of waiting for the run out, like, play my music.
That's what it should have been. But I don't know, as far as with the AJ stuff at the end, which we'll get to. Yeah, he literally mentioned in the promo of like, hey, like, I don't want to take all the time from AJ because he's going to come out here. Maybe his time got cut. First match, I gotta tell you, the first match went through 2 commercial breaks, and it was like 30 minutes long. And they probably had to call an audible to do it.
Yeah.
That tends to mean, hey, we got to get the fuck out of here, but we got to do something. And 30 minutes for a match is a long time. And I think Punk's time may have gotten cut only because he didn't really need it. But they so pushed Roman and Punk into his head to use that time of like 70-30 that now it feels like Punk and Balor is a bit of an afterthought. Yeah, and sometimes you have that, not intentionally, but that's the way it comes across to the audience. Mm-hmm. Speaking of coming across to the audience, guys, we just got a chatter in here. This guy has been blowing up the internets. Ringside has been doing stories on him. He's been called out by a couple guys. Big Vito
to be the most recent one. Matt Riddle also called him out. We have the one, the only, the legend of internet trolling. I heard is in the chat. He's excited for some wrestling.
Yes.
If you guys are out there, you see the name on here, go and type him into your social media and then just sit back and watch what this dude is creating, because it's a show and it's enjoyable to watch as a fan. I enjoy seeing, I mean, he really got Vito's pussy all chapped. Vito
His
got
goose to the gander.
oh man, dude, Vito is out here. He is like dropping names on who he's been in the ring with to go after this guy. So it's getting a little personal for Vito. Wrestlers. Yeah,
So I guess I'm not a wrestler anymore. I'm retired.
Oh, Kevin, I cannot wait for you two to interact. This is going to be a moment.
I'll save thoughts.
Yes, I heard is out there. Go check him out. He's doing fantastic stuff. I absolutely enjoy all his content. And I heard, let us know what your thoughts on Brock dodging you this WrestleMania. I mean, he's still yet to announce you. I know you've challenged him. It's for his ponytail, but he's still dodging you, my friend.
Ooh, a ponytail match, of course. The most legendary of matches.
Godwin tried him too. So, and he's got a lot of indie guys who I've seen some of the messages he gets. Wow. He's on levels where they're saying, I hope you do harmful things to yourself. Oh yeah, he's getting some heat. So we know in the wrestling world, you're getting heat. People can do business with you then. So good luck to you out there. And don't go to any conventions, because that's where wrestlers, they tend to all gather.
A large population of wrestlers at a convention.
Come to Squared Circle Expo in Indianapolis.
Right? I pitched the idea to him. Dude, I pitched it. I said, you can sit at our table. You can be a part of us. We will keep you as protected as possible.
Oh, I don't do security. I'm not a future world champion.
Well, he's a badass construction worker, so you'll be fine. He can handle his own. Trust me. He's got videos that'll let you know.
I'm not taking lumps, brother.
Yeah. I fucking love it. This show's getting off the rails. So fans, let's bring it back, and we got to talk about an end to an era, guys. We gotta take a moment and talk about somebody who I know, Kevin, me and you have had many conversations about AJ, different matches, all these things. Bryce, you're newer to the group, but I'm pretty sure AJ Styles is up there with you too. I like how he did it. I like how he stopped and did it at home. Like he said, he put his stuff down. He's officially done. And we got a nice moment, because even at the beginning of the show, Kevin, we were talking about the AJ night. And I was like, so does this mean we're getting an AJ moment? And, you said maybe, and then, it was pretty evident that we were going to get it the more we went on into the show. But I just want to kind of ask you guys anything you want to talk about AJ, but specifically make sure to hit the moment from last night. He got in, he's first round right out the gate, Hall of Famer. I mean, in my eyes of this generation's wrestlers and what we have in the roster today, no one's more deserving than that honor. And the fact that the Undertaker came out and let him know, you could tell AJ had no clue about that was going to happen. Like, you seen the little kid in his eyes, you know what I mean? And as a fan of his, and as somebody who's been just like wanting him to be in the WWE since the first moment I seen him, this was kind of bittersweet, but understandable. I don't think he's going to be away forever. I think he's going to come back in some type of capacity, whether it be a general manager type situation or even just backstage producing. That would be fantastic.
I think
too.
he'd be a great producer and
Oh,
agent.
you know he would. Oh, you know he would. So go ahead, Bryce. Since you're the guest, we'll kick it off with you. Any AJ memories, and what'd you think of last night's send off?
Shoot. Okay. So for me, I had like a departure from wrestling kind of mid 2000s and then got back into it 2010s. And so AJ was, he was New Japan around that time.
Yep.
And so obviously like Bullet Club guy for me. So getting into him through that and stuff like that. And then obviously when he got to WWE, like I could tell how like long awaited it was, because like I'm not somebody who necessarily like, okay, yeah, I'll tune in, but I'll like go back and kind of do my research a little bit. So I see, hey, I had friends that watched TNA, so I knew the name. I knew this guy was, big time already then. I knew he was the guy there. And, he was kind of being called, one of the best in the world for a reason. This guy was like the leader of the Bullet Club for a reason. And every Bullet Club leader for, they was all the guy. Like, it's a shame we kind of didn't get certain moments, because they didn't want to kind of shine light on that until it was too late. But just so for AJ before he got there, like, I already knew about the greatness, and then we got great moments. We should have probably gotten more, and that kind of goes back to, you kind of wish they just kind of bounce some titles around a little bit more, just so guys kind of get those accolades, because obviously we know the greatness and he's deserving of the Hall of Fame and things like that. But like, it's one of those things where like, you just wish those numbers were there so nobody can kind of try and take away from it in the future or anything like that. The tribute was awesome. We got a little, divorced dad rock Creed going on.
I thought it was very apt based on him being incredibly Christian. I heard Creed start playing. They hit the first note, and I'm like, this is the song. This is the one.
I was ready to shed a little tear there. And then, yeah, I mean, Undertaker came out, and it was one of those moments where obviously like AJ picked his gloves up in Saudi, and I was like, okay, like, thank God, because please don't retire in Saudi. Not, no offense to anyone in Saudi, but like, he should retire near home. He should retire somewhere where he made a big mark.
Having obviously, his last match in Saudi was ultimately fine, because you can see it worldwide.
Exactly.
Correct. But with
being the last ever appearance, I think you're right. Had to be, especially in Georgia,
to get that true embrace from his fans, and not saying those aren't his fans, but like, this is where his family is. This is where he grew up and things like that. And then it was obviously kind of cool to see he put the stuff back down, because, he could have easily just, I don't know, walked off at the end of the night, like with his stuff on. He's like, I'm gonna go in a Styles Clash at TNA, hit stacks with a Styles Clash. I don't care. But it was an awesome tribute. He got the Hall of Fame. I think there was a moment where you were talking about he was surprised by the Undertaker giving him that announcement, and you could tell because he kind of said to the Undertaker a couple things, kind of picked up on mic. I couldn't really tell, but he was like, I didn't know what you were doing. Like,
yeah,
he probably thought he was really challenging him to a match, and there was like a split second, like there was a couple moments honestly in the night, like I didn't know what we were leading to.
Yeah.
Is Dragon Lee gonna fight for AJ's career back? Like, I didn't know what the night was truly leading to, but we got a beautiful, send off. The Creed was beautiful. It was just a beautiful moment. Everybody coming out. Undertaker, his family got in the ring. It was just wonderful. I know they had an extended send off. They probably posted on YouTube, but I couldn't dream it up better, honestly.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's a good one. All right, Kevin, I know you got thoughts. We had House jump in real quick. He said, I watched AJ's retirement this morning, had to sit in my car for a minute and gain myself again before getting in the gym. Yeah. It's so weird. Like we watch this weekly. Okay. We watch guys and women get in there and just put on the show and do these fights and have these moments. And then when they touch us in our hearts and we gain this like love for them, the moment they go away, it sends me back to that child, man. And I'm just like, I ain't crying, man. You crying. It's not me.
It's like we're losing a part of our life to an extent.
Yeah.
We're losing a friend almost because we're not seeing them week to week. We're not getting entertained by them because it's not the same as like a TV sitcom. It's not the same as, you know, watching people who are actors go about playing a character. Like, yes, you might be sad during instances of the show, but you're not really sad for the actor in the show. You're sad for the character. But the difference between wrestling and those things is that the wrestler and the person almost commingle. They're similar. Now, I'm not saying like Gunther's an asshole in real life or anything like that. That's not what I mean. But like there's probably aspects of Gunther that are very real there. Or at minimum, in this day and age, we tend to hear more about their backstage life. We tended to hear more about like family-wise. And I think it was very apt and very important for AJ to have this last moment in Georgia because his family was there ringside.
Yep.
And he's always been a self-professed family man. He's said it every single time. The biggest things I know about AJ is that he's a family man and that he's a Christian because he talks about them a lot in interviews and things like that. And that, you know, that's awesome because then he's sitting there with his family and like the first person he shouted out was his wife for holding it down.
That's so cool.
And that's cool to me because a lot of wrestlers and a lot of people in general don't have that level of support system.
Yeah.
They just don't have someone who can hold it down and push you to get to that next step and that next dream. And I feel AJ is very lucky. And many of us in that aspect, especially in the household, are very lucky in that aspect because we have those people in our lives that will push us. We have those partners.
Sure.
And I think that moment hit me the most. Is seeing all of that happen and just believing in him and pushing him towards that dream and to go further and to push higher. And she's like, no, I'm going to handle it. Like, you don't worry about it. Like, there will be a time when he comes home and does it. And now is that time.
Yeah, dude, that beautifully said, Kevin. Yeah, AJ, he's one of those different icons. He's one that the way he tells a story, even back in TNA, the way he's able to deliver messages through wrestling and things like that. Like that, I forget the move, what the actual name of it, but that move that the first time I seen him do it, where he does the springboard, catches a guy and then drops him. What did he call that?
It's a springboard reverse DDT, right?
I don't know. DDT.
Yeah.
First time he called it something else, but it's a springboard reverse DDT.
Watching him hit that, I never seen that move before. I never seen anybody do something like that. B, to do it in a 6-sided ring, and C, to be able to hit it clean, like it blew my mind on so many levels. And then I go back to thinking about the feud he had with Abyss and all of those moments, and like
the Joe and Daniels match.
Like, oh my God, man. Like AJ Styles he's got a fingerprint on a lot of what we love today about wrestling because of what he was able to do throughout his career. And again, I hope we see him in a producer or an agent type capacity because I don't want wrestling to be without AJ. I can be fine with him being away from the in-ring stuff because he's given us so much through the years that still I need his fingerprint still on wrestling because he gets it, man. He gets it.
Incredible mind for the business.
Incredible mind. Yeah, we got lucky with that one. We got him in the WWE, even though it was for only like 10 years. We got him.
10 years is a long time for a career in the WWE, though. We say only, but like That's a long time.
It is.
And I think he needed the runs outside of the WWE to legitimize him.
True.
And to the point
I'll
where
agree with you
he
there.
became so undeniable that WWE had to get him.
Yeah.
And because they had to get him, they had to do something with him. And because they had to do something with him, they had to put him in the main events quickly. They had to put him with John Cena. They had to put him with all of these people. They had to give him a title. Because if he would have came up through the system, I'm not saying he couldn't have gotten there, but I don't know if he would have without getting cut a few times.
Well, and injuries and things like that. I mean,
Mhm.
these last couple of years with AJ has been, his body's gone through some shit, man. Like
Mhm.
it's just the nature of the game. And,
Agree.
you know, absolutely love AJ. Any last words you guys got about AJ Styles before we kick it over to Kevin?
Simply phenomenal.
Simply phenomenal.
Enjoy being a family man, brother.
Yeah.
You're freaking awesome. AJ.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
freaking
Don't-
awesome.
Hey,
Love it,
you're
Bryce.
almost going to disappoint me if you come out of retirement at this point, because I feel like you just
You know
deserve to be a family man.
Yeah.
Don't listen to these internet motherfuckers and go
Yeah.
somewhere and do some kind of. If your son start wrestling, awesome. Pick the gloves back up, but like, don't.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like, don't.
Just be AJ. That's all we need.
Be AJ.
Oh,
Just you know what? Go be Alan. Go be Alan for a while.
Yeah. I like that, Kevin. We got House chiming in right before we go into Kevin. Growing up from an era where wrestling didn't know when it was the time to retire, that we saw them become a shell of their former self. Very true.
Mhm.
Now seeing these wrestlers retire on their own terms and still looking amazing, times are different. I can't remember the last time I saw so many wrestlers retirements like this.
I agree.
I agree. And like to tie it not only to wrestling, but like in basketball, like you got guys like LeBron and things like that, that these guys are top of the game. AJ Styles, top of the game. John Cena, you know, he's top of the game. He could still go out there and put on a banger every time, like where you're like, this is this guy's last match. Like this guy's retiring. Like you're about to retire. You're about to retire in a month. Like what are we doing? Like
you could keep that title.
Yeah, you could go ahead. You could stay. Like you could take a break if you want. We don't mind. Like, but like these guys are like legitimately able to go out here, still put on MVP caliber seasons, performances, whatever you want to call it, across the board, but then make a decision where it's like, I really don't have to do this. Like, I don't have to put my body through this anymore. I love the game. I love what it's done for me. I love what I've given to it, but like, it's time to go home. Like, what did Forrest say at the end? Like, I'm tired. Like, I'm gonna go home now. Like, that's it. Like, these guys are making
less
the
drug
decision.
habits to fuel in this day and age.
But like,
that's true too.
but like before, like just across the board, like people just try to go until, like you said, like till the body kind of just quits on you, till you don't have a choice.
Until you're shitting your pants at a bar. Talking about the old time.
Like retirement is you got fired because you are not good anymore.
Like, you couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah. Man, that's crazy. All right, fans. We're going to get into a serious moment for a second, and we're going to give the mic over to Kevin and allow him to address the household.
So I was out last week because I had a loss of a dear friend. His name's Scott. And I love Scott so much. I actually ended up, I met him in college, and I went to Western Michigan University. I met him in college, and we met over wrestling. I was literally in the lobby of the dorm room watching Hell in a Cell, I believe 2009, maybe 2008. I don't remember the exact time because it's been so long. I think it was 9 though. I was watching it huddled around a computer because you could still buy pay-per-views on the internet at that point. And I didn't have any cable. So we were sitting there. It was me, my buddy Holt, my buddy Zach, curled around a laptop. And he's coming down on his phone to check Twitter about the results of Hell in a Cell 2009. He hears it on the computer over there and he goes, "Hey, can I join you guys?" Absolutely. Let's talk some wrestling. And it just happened from there. And to lose him this week in the way that happened, I just want to talk to the household real quick. If you're ever feeling mentally down, if you're ever feeling mentally not there, talk to somebody, especially, and this is true for women too, but I want to speak specifically to men because I feel in society we have really, really been forgotten about sometimes, and we haven't been talked to, in that we're forced in some ways to be that strong, that pillar, that societal thing where our worth is measured by being strong. Don't be afraid to be weaker, and don't be afraid to talk to somebody. I don't even think that's weakness really, but don't be afraid to feel those moments of weakness, because if you don't address them and you don't have those moments where you can feel safe, even feeling weaker, even if you aren't weaker, it's going to lead to something poor, and it's going to lead to poor judgment, and it's going to lead to things that hurt a lot of people around you. And just, household, I love you all, and reach out to people and know that you are loved in this life. And if you need help, call a center. If you need help mentally, call a loved one. If you need help mentally, find a therapist. Do what you need to do to feel better. Because realistically, this world is hard. This world, if you go on the internet tonight, you will see 10 to 20 videos in a 10-second span about how the world is falling apart. And it's going to convince you that the world is falling apart. It's not. Not if you build a community around you. And you have to lean on that community, because it takes a village is not just a saying that people say. It does take a village. And it takes a village not just to raise a child for the rest of that saying. It takes a village to be human. Build a community around you. Don't be afraid to trust your neighbor. We're in a time where people are being told not to trust our neighbors because of A, B, and C. Trust your neighbors. Have a conversation. Build a community. It could save a life.
Kevin, you are 100% on everything you just said, man. And, you know, I was watching a video today, and it was just like this girl went around. She was asking people, what's the most painful realization that you ever realized in your life? And it gets to this guy. And this hit me so hard, mostly because of your situation, Kevin. And he said, the most painful realization I found in my life is that the first time a man gets flowers is at his funeral. And that, like, oh, dude, it hit me. It hit my friend that was watching it with me. And we just kind of looked at each other and we were like, do we go and buy each other roses? What's like, you know, it was like one of those moments where you're like, dude, like that's reality. Like, it's something so simple. And yeah, I understand where you were coming from with the, you know, us perceiving it or feeling like it's weak to reach out and talk. But in my thinking, and Kevin, I can almost guarantee you're going to agree with me on this one, but it's so strong to ask for help. Like it takes so much strength to just sit there and say, I need fucking help.
Yeah.
And IYH, I have that here with my brothers and what we've built. And I also have that with my wife. You know, all I have to simply do, and I know you have that with Annie, just say, hey, look, I'm struggling. And I guarantee that woman upstairs, she'll pick up whatever extra she can just to make sure I don't feel that pressure.
And vice versa, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Dude, I overdo it. I try to make sure my girls, and that's a detriment. That's something we'll get into later. We'll put a pin in that. But, you know, it's just, it makes, as a dad and as a husband, it makes me feel very fulfilled when they can just come home and be themselves.
Yeah.
You know, if I can take care of the smallest thing, or if something's bugging you and I can just go out there and do it, I'm there. So,
and I
Kevin,
think I do think that can be detrimental sometimes, in a sense. Not because it's a bad thing, though, Voice. I think you love your daughters, and I think you love your wife so much that you just want to take the things off their plate.
Yeah.
and you want to care for them in all kinds of ways, don't make that all your value. I think that's where we fall into it.
Yeah.
I think that's where the issue becomes, is because we don't feel valuable unless we're helping someone or we're providing. You are valuable just with you and just by being you. And I think that's the biggest, if I could say just one line, that's the biggest one. You are valuable just being you with the people around you. You don't have to provide anything. You don't have to, like, yes, providing things is good to make sure people are taken care of, but that is not all of you.
Dude, you guys Dr. Phil'd me. You son of a bitch, you Dr. Phil'd me. No, Kevin, I love you as a person, as a brother, as just somebody who sits down with me every Tuesday night to talk wrestling. You are very impactful in what you say and the words that come out of your mouth. And the fact that a friend of yours is no longer with us, I know it hurts you and I know you're going through it, but dude, the fact that you came on here and gave that speech, you're the tops, bud. You're the bee's knees. You're everything, my friend. So thank you, Kevin, for sharing with the household. Everybody, you guys understand where we're coming from now, what we were talking about. So I'm glad we're back.
Same. Happy to be here. Love you all.
All right, Bryce. I didn't think you probably thought you were going to step into a special moment, but ooh, look at that. We just gave you some family love, my friend.
Welcome to the first episode with Kevin, brother.
Well, first of all, every moment with me is special. No, I'm just
kidding. Ooh, I like it.
That's true. He's doing a callback. That's the thing. We just said the thing. He said the thing.
He said the thing. We got such a great group of people who contribute to this show. I fucking love it. All right, Bryce. You got any special projects going on? Anything you want people to check out?
I just want people to check out In Your House, That's all I got, check out the pod, check out these guys every single day of the week. Check me and the team on Facebook, posting memes, catching you up on the latest episode of Raw, SmackDown, NXT, whatever meme is popping up. I don't even have anything else to plug other than, these wonderful guys here. Check them out, follow them, listen to every single podcast they're doing because they're going to keep you up with everything going on. They got great content. They know exactly what they're talking about, and we're all hilarious. Right? Like, I'm really not like the type of person to brag, but I think every single person in the household is hilarious. So I think people should want to tune in to, listen to some wrestling. So I'm just plugging myself and plugging these guys. That's all I got.
Beautiful, Bryce. You did great work, man. You're a part of this team, man. So what we do, you do, and what you do, we do.
Oh yeah.
And we do the do-dos.
I'm just trying to be in these people's house. Please do not call the cops. This is not breaking
he's just there to drop a meme or two. Don't worry about it. You'll be fine.
This is not breaking and entering, I promise. I will leave everything as it is.
Leave the meme like in
Santa.
The basket.
I'm kind of like Santa. If you want to put milk and cookies out, I will.
He'll eat those up. I love it, Bryce. You fit in perfectly with IYH. All right, Kev, dog. Let's hear what you got going on.
Man, I don't have a whole lot going on right now, but I'll say you can follow me on Facebook at Kevin Kalloway, and you can follow me on Instagram at Kalloway Kevin. I'm kind of getting everything in order right now after some events, so I don't really have too much to plug as far as future stuff, but stay tuned.
Beautiful. All right, so fans, you're going to be able to catch Kevin out at the Squared Circle Expo. So come out March, come hang out with Kevin, come talk to him. We'll be there. We're friendly. We don't bite. We're contracted by law not to bite people anymore. So
That's
we
true.
won't be doing that.
We got to cease and desist.
We got to cease and desist on the biting. All right, fans. So if you enjoyed what we did here, guess what? Tomorrow night, we go a little deeper into some of the wrestling that's a little more violent, a little more fiery, a little more barbed wire. Yeah, that's the ECW watch along. That's me and House. And we watch ECW. That's what we do. So fans, we are in the rivalry season. And you know what? I always tell you guys on Wednesday, I'm not going to fucking tell you until Wednesday morning. Guess what? If you're tuned into this show, you're going to get the first drop of it tomorrow. We are getting into Taz and Sabu, but not just Taz and Sabu. We are specifically focusing on the FTW title. And on top of that, you're going to get a drop in the show from when we talked to Sabu live. And he told us that, well, you're going to have to tune in. But he talks about the FTW title, and it's a great conversation. It's actually in the show opening of the new IYH channel. It's where he makes me laugh and I make him laugh. It's a very special moment between me and Sabu, but that is tomorrow night at 6 p.m. ECW watch along. Thursday night, it is the AEW Dynamite. Yeah, it's where me, OG Tony, and House sit down and talk AEW Dynamite. We recap it. We go through it. We let you know what we like, what we would have changed up a little bit, and fuck John Moxley. So anything that you want to do, you can come in and talk to us. It's AEW Dynamite. Yeah, and that's me and House and OG Tony. That is 6 p.m. on a Thursday. It's a fun time. Come join us. Lastly, we do a Sunday house party. It's on a Sunday. It's in the name. So come and be a part of it. You don't even need a ticket. You don't need a name on a piece of paper. You can just come in and be a part of the house party. It's been a fun time. We had House's brother on last week, and it was fantastic. Let me tell you, that dude, oh man, I bet when that dude talks, mountains just start moving and just being like, hey, is he coming this way? Because that dude's got a voice that carries. I loved it. AJ1 was amazing. It was a fun time. I loved that episode. Go check it out. But that starts at usually 1 p.m. on a Sunday afternoon. So come join us. Come have some fun. It's a great time, and it's in your house. In Your House is going to be at the expo. Be there in March. It's going to be fun. Squared Circle Expo is going to be fun. You're going to get so much content from us. We got an Airbnb already. We're ready to rock and roll. Everybody's paying up. Everybody's ready. It's going to be content, and it's going to be wrestling. So fans, for me, for the Chaos Goblin, and for Bryce over there, we will catch you on the next one. And thank you for choosing In Your House.